Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys we're going to do a topic discussing about what has Yu-Gi-Oh done for me. And I guess, like I said, this is a topic a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players or a lot of YouTubers out there have been talking about over the last couple of weeks, I guess you could say. Last month or so, I guess you could say. And I wanted to discuss it because, well, I had done a video about a month ago, I think it was now, or something around that time frame, where I had talked about, my life, and I had mentioned about Yu-Gi-Oh and whatnot, and some of you guys want to go talk more in depth about, how I got into Yu-Gi-Oh, not just my life necessarily, which was also, a lot of you guys really had positive feedback about that video. I'm very glad you guys all enjoyed it, but more about me and Yu-Gi-Oh, my history with Yu-Gi-Oh, and what has it done for me, and I really wanted to discuss it. I know I've talked about it, off and on throughout this channel's history, but what has Yu-Gi-Oh done for me? Well, I've made a lot of friends through playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I can honestly tell you that right off the top. This is many a good friend. Reggie, Will, Alex, Suji, Adam, and some other good guys as well that I would have probably never have met ever if it wasn't for Yu-Gi-Oh. And there's a lot of good times and that I've had with Yu-Gi-Oh. It's been a lot of good enjoyment times, made my day smile times because I got a combo off where I made a deck that actually worked. Trying to build the Egyptian God deck. That was a fun thing to do because it was so awesome to build an Egyptian God deck after, I was a kid, and it brought back so many good memories and good feelings and good vibes, and getting an Egyptian God on the field so easily was like, woo! King of the world type of mentality, so to speak. So saying that, it's brought me a lot of good times and got a lot of good memories, and it takes me back to a simpler time in my life and a happier time, more or less, I guess you could say. And it's helped me. Yu-Gi-Oh has also not just brought me good friends and everything, but it's also, at the same token of time, helped me through some very tough times. I did mention this in prior videos, but after my father passed away, really, Yu-Gi-Oh really helped me out. It gave me a part of, along with this channel, because it was Yu-Gi-Oh based, it gave me a focus to get up every morning. It was one of the reasons I got up every morning, because I wanted to make videos. I couldn't wait to see what you guys were commenting and things of that nature. It really was helpful in a tough time in my life. I'm not trying to make it a little sob story again and play my little fiddle over here, but it's true. And that is another thing that Yu-Gi-Oh gave back to me. It gave me also, when I was younger, a character to look up to in the anime and manga in Seto Kaiba. Yes, he was that asshole that beat up Yugi's grandfather, whatever, but I liked him and I looked up to him. And every morning I couldn't wait to see what Seto Kaiba was up to on the anime show. And then I found about the manga, read the manga. So, it gave me a lot of enjoyment. It also, early on, because I'm somewhat dyslexic. If you ever notice when I'm doing deck profiles, I don't pronounce my words properly sometimes, or I can't pronounce a word. I'm slightly dyslexic. I'm not like full-on dyslexic, but I'm just a little slightly dyslexic. I'm also, when I was younger, I had ADHD a lot. I had to take Ritalin and Concerto when I was younger. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Reading the manga actually was one of the ways how I, along with some other books, because I did read a lot of books when I was younger, but it actually just helped me expand my vocabulary, and was really, along with Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon, one of my introduction into the anime world. And I didn't know anything about anime until I learned about Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga, Pokemon, and Dragon Ball Z, and Sailor Moon and all that came a little bit at that same time. But yeah, it wasn't until that era that I really learned about manga and just anime in general, in Japan, really. And then one thing led to another, I started liking the samurai and all that stuff, and that led to more history stuff, and etc., etc. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Also really taught me a lot of, a little bit about history and everything. At that time when I was younger, when Yu-Gi-Oh! First came out and the Gods cards came out, I was more focused on the United States history and learned about the Civil War, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Really helped open the world to me about the other history of the ancient civilizations and ancient cultures. I mean, you look at how many ancient cultures are in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. You have Atlantis. Even though we don't know if it's fictional or not, but you get my point. You got ancient Egypt. You know, you have things of this nature. Granted, I doubt many people in the ancient world in Egypt were white, but granted, you had the Ptolemies who were, you know, Greek descent. So the Ptolemaic dynasty in Egypt, if you know anything about ancient Egypt, after the original pharaohs. So yeah, I mean, there were some white people in Egypt, but you get what I'm trying to say. So it taught me a lot, and it was a pastime originally, like on rainy days and everything. It's been a fun experience, and it brought a lot of joy to my young life. You know, some of these big creatures and monsters. It was kind of like Pokemon, but in card form. And, you know, we couldn't bring our electronics to school, so what did? We bring our cards, and then they thought we were playing, you know, satanic rituals in a Catholic school. So that's beside the part when they try to confiscate cards because they think we're performing satanic rituals. But can you imagine if we were playing Burning Abyss, what they would have thought in 2002? Oh my gosh. I just thought about that. That would have been awful, but beside the point. If you look at some of the older artwork, it's a lot of demonisk cards. So yeah, I can get where you get the idea for that. But you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon's the devil. But yes, it did teach me a lot. I learned a lot from it, and I made a lot of good friends from it. And at the same time, I mean, I think really at the end of the day, this channel has kept me interested in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And got me introduced, you know, again, more into the community and expanded my horizons, because I have different subscribers from all over the freaking world. I have good friends, you know, in England, we got guys in Germany, we got guys, you know, on the West Coast, which I've never been to, deep South, Mexico. I know I got some subscribers down there, you know, in South America and whatnot. So I look at where all these different subscribers and whatnot, viewers come from, and it's from all over the world, and that just blows my mind. I got people that are actually interested in a lot of my videos, and granted, everybody wants me to do Dark Magician and Blue Eyes White Dragon, but hey, I like playing other decks as well. Not just those two iconic decks, but that's what I'm very well known for. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I've met so many different people, and it's opened my eyes, and it's been an amazing experience. And this channel has helped me through tough times and good times and bad times. I mean, it's been there for me, and it's something I've continued to do. And like I've always said, this is not a channel just based off Yu-Gi-Oh! It's the life of me and the life of me playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I enjoy it, and it's fun. And I love talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Because also, one of the reasons why I love doing discussions, and when I started this channel, not a lot of people did a lot of deep discussions about Yu-Gi-Oh! Or from what I recall originally, I mean, there was Dubk Dad that did stuff originally, you know, discussing, you know, all the intricacies of, you know, making reads, misplays, and stuff like that. You know, I miss Dubk Dad, by the way. He was a great YouTuber back in the day. But, you know, I really, you know, not a lot of people did discussions, and I made this channel based off discussions because really I want to talk more about Yu-Gi-Oh! Not just, you know, cards, and this is a good card, this is a bad card, but why is this a good card? Why is this a bad card? How can you become a better player? Because not a lot of people were doing that. And I want to focus my channel onto that, as well as having fun at the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! By playing wonky, you know, casual and fun decks, you know, all the time. So yeah, I mean, this channel has done a lot for me, and I've taken a lot away from it, and it's opened my horizons and whatnot as well. So till next time, guys, take care, have fun dueling, good luck dueling, and I'll see all of you guys next time. Take care, everybody, and what has Yu-Gi-Oh! Done for you? I look forward to seeing your comments in the comment section, guys.